What's good in the hood, baby? It's your boy Carcino here, on top of it for today. Getting it in, getting it done, getting that road work in. But y'all gotta stop this, really. Y'all going way too far. You guys are out here harassing a family of a deceased man. When you don't have to like that man, you don't have to show sympathy for that man. But to harass his family, it just doesn't even make sense. If you don't like that type of behavior, why are you doing such ridiculousness? I couldn't believe certain threads was even made where people are sitting there making jokes about a man deceased. Saying he didn't care when so-and-so died. Then that's their foolishness. If somebody do something stupid, I'm not finna do something stupid to match it. That's not our culture to do disrespectful things like that. That's what makes it disrespectful. We stay within who we are as people. We don't deal with savagery. It's not how we roll. Yeah, it's wickedness. Now, they just released a video footage that shows them actually sign languaging. Two people seem to be apparently sign languaging for the shot to take place from the crowd using their phones. One person was signaling another person, and who were they sending that signal to? I don't know, but this is a collective group. This is an orchestrated hit, and it was more than one party, buddy. You can see that right now. I don't know them. Don't worry. Don't come for me. I ain't talking about no Democrats or nothing. I am not political. I'm staying out y'all field. Shoot. Y'all got it. My perspective is it was a hit. It was orchestrated. And some people wanted him out the way. Bang! Just some things this guy saw. They cut that guy off the news. Shoot. I see any white guy with sunglasses, I'm getting out of here. I'll be, white guy with sunglasses. Let's go. But all of this posting, all this stuff online for his family to see. These little kids just lost their father. I don't like the guy as far as what his views are. Don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says. Didn't hear a lot of it until after he was deceased. People keep sending us these clips. Look what he said here. Listen to what he said here. He said that there need to be more of these just so they can get rights. Okay, now he's the victim for it. So they was like, he asked for it. I'm like, look, man, I don't believe in that ideology, period. Like I said, the man says things that I don't agree with. But me, I show respect and I show class. Even in war, They show respect. After going in there slaughtering each other, they take a time out and let people go ahead and have their ceremonies and bury their dead. Then they go right back to war. They'll take a cease for 2-3 days. Then they get right back to it. And these people were warned, like taking each other's lives on the battlefield. There was a respect. Ceasefire, collect your dead, go ahead, start all over. They had more respect in those times than we do now. No, you never, nobody deserved to die that way. No matter what, buddy. Nobody deserves to die that way. It's a double-edged sword. Some of these people are just wicked. Just posting crazy memes, thinking it's funny and it's not. But to involve a man's family, trying to send them messages, I don't even know how they contacting the family. But the family's got to basically screen all their calls, emails, everything. I don't know how they've even gotten in contact with family members. That's just beyond me. But yeah, I just left from the house and learned this information. So I didn't say you have to show sympathy. You don't have to be sympathetic if you don't want to, but you don't have to be disrespectful also. You don't want to have sympathy. No one's begging you to have sympathy. We're saying you don't have to be disrespectful. Because if somebody did that to your family, you'll be ready to tear somebody's head off. The same way we look at it when gang members or whatever go to their op's grave and start, disrespecting it. The same way we say that's ridiculous. Right? Knowing that's only going to infuriate somebody else to retaliate. And even though you don't like the rhetoric he was talking, which nobody really agrees with that I know of, you don't celebrate a man being taken out in that fashion. It's not to be celebrated. You don't have to show sympathy if you don't want to. It's up to you, but you don't have to be disrespectful. And that's just being a sensible human being. I show respect, so I expect to get respect back in return. If they don't want to give respect, fine. I'm still a respectful human being. Just don't cross the line with me with the disrespect. I'm not here to change people's minds and hearts. They don't have to like me. I'm not begging for people's approval of Charlie Kirk. Please, you have to love on this man. I'll say pray for the world. Pray for all families. Pray for everything. Pray for this insanity that we live in. It's a lot of prayer that needs to go on, period. Now, we'll get in deep and in depth with what's happening on the Patreon. So we'll go through that. I ain't gonna be talking about that on YouTube. What you talking about? We'll do that on the Patreon. Yeah, some people love chaos. And because they love chaos, they are impacted by war. Well, the thing is, if you don't feel nothing for him, that's fine. You can not. You're not obligated to feel anything for him. Why you need to share that with the rest of the world? You see, that's when it's disrespectful. That's when it becomes cruel. You don't have to have compassion if you don't want to, but you don't have to be cruel. You don't like when they do it, but then you go ahead and do the same thing. You have to start making things make sense where you can process it and you can say to yourself, damn, you're right. Oh, that wasn't a coincidence, buddy. That was a setup. They actually have the video now, and you're going to probably see it make its rounds on the internet, where the people who was behind him was signaling. They were throwing hand signatures, like they were military. One dude was tipping his hat, doing this, and then the next guy next to him was signaling with his arms. And it was like, oh. And all of them got on black sunglasses and baseball caps. And I said, yeah. Let me get on. If I see any white guy with a baseball cap, I'm taking off. This was paid for, orchestrated. The exit plan, nah. They get these people ain't even gonna talk. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't call a man a coward who goes out there in the open and debate people and allow them to come up and debate with them word for word and put himself in the line of fire and lose his life. The person that killed him was the coward. But I'm sorry, Mr. Assassin Killer Man, whoever you may be or whoever y'all group may be. I'm not political. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Don't wear no sunglasses around me, please. Yeah, but to disrespect that man's family, they going through all this trauma, and there's people still saying after seeing the shot that it's fake. Once I saw the shot, I said, oh no, he's gone. There's nothing they could do. That's a kill shot. Hell, what I believe the word assassination to mean and what I've just witnessed, I think I would call that an assassination, wouldn't you? They look like assassins. The way they moved, everything about it said assassins. I don't really listen to Shitlock. You know, those people pay him. So he's going to say whatever they need him to say. He's a puppet. So I don't really deal with him. Nick Fuentes called him out. Well, anybody would call him out. He'll do anything for attention. This is why you will never see Jason Whitlock go anywhere. He's what you would call a coward, because he'll say all that stuff and he know better. He ain't coming outside. Well, the world is intense. It's crazy all over. But to sit there and cheer for a man losing his life or celebrate it, that just makes you more complicit to the problem than the solution. Because you just help make more and create more Charlie Kirks. Instead of Charlie Kirk, now we'll have a Ryan Dean who was upset. You saw how they hacked and reacted when Charlie Kirk died? It's just what Charlie said. Look at the way they act. They love nothing but death and violence. You see? You see how the cycle moves? When you feed into it and you start celebrating stuff like that, you create the next one. You give energy to the next one. You're creating that atmosphere for the next one to ride the wave of Charlie's demise. And then you got a new Charlie. Then the children of Chicago. Meanwhile, I was in the city of Chicago. We just went there and spent time with the Chicago police, and not only the Chicago police, but the whole children going back to school. We just did that, 2 weeks ago? No kid dying in the shy. Foundation, the Nate Jones Foundation. I'm part of that. So what is you talking about? Who was getting guns off of the streets? Me. Who was out there educating these kids for free? Me. Think I just talk on YouTube? Who helped get ex-cons jobs so they won't have to start going in there and doing robberies and crimes and going to jail again? Me. Oh, I got security right here on my hip. I got my Roscoe on me. And I got Old Betsy on the side. So a little kid better now jump out and go, "Rawr!" No, I'm just kidding. But that's why we do what we do, baby. That's why we do what we do. All you can do is be prepared, man. You can't live in fear, live in faith. You live right, you be respectful to others, and things like this should never happen. What people need to do is learn from this and saying that type of toxic behavior that spews so much disdain towards everybody else is dangerous, and it puts people unease and on high alert, and it promotes fear. Now, it's a lot of people going to be extremely fearful when these situations arise. Who's going to be ready to step up? You ready to step up and step out and show out? Mm-hmm. You don't have to feel sorry for them. No one's asking you to. All I'm saying is families and disrespectful thing comments and all of that stuff. Uh-uh. That's out of the line. Because if we don't like it when they do it, I'm not going to like it when it happened to somebody else over there. No matter who it happens to. I'm not going to like it because it's wrong. Wrong is wrong. Period. So I'm not protecting Charlie Kirk. I'm not defending Charlie Kirk's views. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that you don't make fun of deceased people. I don't know where anybody thought that would be cool. And when you desensitize yourself enough to think that's okay, you've lost yourself. So you don't have to feel sympathy if you don't want to, but you don't have to be disrespectful. That's a choice. That's a standard or code of living. I don't have to be wicked just because they wicked. I ain't got to be wicked. You don't have to feel remorse. You just don't have to be disrespectful. When people in war go into war, you think they feeling remorse about what just happened? Most of them don't. But they pay them the proper respect to bury their dead, whatever. They have 3 day ceasefire, then they go right back to war. And these people are warring each other, and they got more respect than what these people do. No, the type of things he was saying was very dangerous, and I mean harmful. I've seen somebody took somebody's life over a LeBron James, uh, Michael Jordan debate. Took somebody's life. One guy lost an eye fighting over the Cubs and White Sox. Got drunk and got to fighting, and one of the guys lost an eye. Now he's blind in one eye over the Cubs and White Sox. We saw rapper Lil Snoop lose his life over a Madden football game. So, senseless. It's freedom of speech, but watch what you say. But when we get to the point in this world where you can't process or handle someone else's celebration, I've lost, I've turned the controller off, I've gotten mad, I've shut everything down, I went to bed. But I'm not finna take somebody's life because I lose or can't accept the loss, or I don't have the words to defend what I'm saying. So take somebody's life ain't the answer, because you're not silencing the actual movement. You're basically throwing gas on it, because somebody else is going to pick up that flag and run with it, and you'll be in the same situation all over again. So you're making it about Charlie Kirk when it's much bigger than him. Not many more of him there are. That think with that idealistic mentality of this is how it should be, and this elitist status quo that he basically was preaching. You know how many people think like that? No, I'm not. I'm making common sense bigger, because I'm not here spewing what he's saying. I'm spewing common sense. If we get into back to having common sense, we know to tune people like that out. We have the knowledge to debate things of that nature. See, here, we don't have the knowledge because we don't know the laws, we don't know anything. So a lot of the rhetoric, we let stand because we have a weakened educational system. Everything around us has been diluted. So you don't know how to come back or how to combat it. But this is why it's called systematic. So back to the point at hand, disrespect in that manner should not be tolerated under any circumstances. Someone's family should not be harassed or have to be harassed with memes and sending family members emails of their loved one losing their life. And believe me, the FBI is looking into all those emails. So all y'all think that's fun and games, all that's going to lead you to is your ass going to jail. Then it's not going to be so funny anymore. So I'll say it in another way that you understand it. If you don't want to go to jail, stop harassing this family, sending them memes, sending them videos of their loved one losing their lives, because they're not even checking their emails. The feds are checking them. That stuff that happened yesterday was ridiculous. And have his family there when that happened, they're traumatized for life. That's why if I'm Dave Chappelle, stay in the house, buddy. Stay in the house. They gave you a warning last time. They ain't gonna do it again. Stay in the house. They are not playing out here. They popping people. For real.